Yeah, I want to go over this silver and the euro and the Greek debt situation. Now, I know if you're looking at the charts, I don't even have lines on here or anything, but if you're looking at this downward trend here, right, and you can imagine a trend channel in here, it's probably bouncing up to the top, but you know what? I'm not necessarily going by that because there's other things going on in the Eurozone, and there could be some more problems coming up with the euro. Could be. And it's like, it's rainy, then it's sunny. It's rainy and it's sunny. Right now, they're talking it's sunny. Everything's looking like they might get this done. They got more participants. Right? Not necessarily. And there's other things going on that could be a problem. Now, I want to point out something here. Do like with this fib points, it did work. We had the low December 28th, 2011. I think it was 26.67 at high in March, around $37. That would have made the fib point 33.05. And it bounced actually on 32.95, almost perfect. And I don't know if I have the numbers in here absolutely perfect, but it bounced right about in here, like where it closed. Let's say the closing. The closing is the most important thing, but that's right about where it bounced. Now, it could go down to here, just below 31. And if you look back, I don't want to get too much in this chart stuff, but I'm going to tell you what I think might happen with, and I'm not saying this stuff doesn't work. It does work. It's not BS, and the fib and all this kind of stuff and resistance points, it does work. It's a question, is it going to go down to the next level? And it's possible. This could be, I don't know if this is just going to fly up. There could be one more pull down. And the reason I'm out of silver right now, and that's, that could be a screw up, but I want to get in it on like double leverage and mainly and hold it there. I don't want to use Sprott anymore, because if I think silver's in a bull mode, clearly in a bull mode, that's, you want to be in double leverage, and I'm going to be dumping that stuff as I get gains. But I want to make sure I'm getting in there at the right time. Now, actually, even if I got in here now, and this thing went down here, and then it went back up here on double leverage, you're still way ahead of Sprott, because that fund does not erode that bad. And the next time Sprott does his offering, he's going to erode 10% right off the top. I mean, it could take a hell of a long time to do that on AGQ. So, the only thing that you have a disadvantage with PSO with AGQ, it's like if there's a real super financial crisis, I don't know what's going to happen with that fund. Now, where Sprott, where he has these physical coins in or bars, COMEX bars up in some Canadian vault someplace, his fund might hold together better. But my intention is, once I make gains this year, I'm pulling out paper cash. I'm going to stuff it in a safe, in a bank, and partly in whatever. I want to keep it in various places, and probably get the heck out of the markets, because there could be a major financial implosion after there's sustained high oil prices. And say, I'm watching events, playing by ear. In other words, if there's sustained high oil prices, all this catastrophic stuff they're talking about, there's going to be another big problem, like everything's going to collapse. Well, if there's sustained high oil prices, that usually is what will really collapse the crap out of the economy. But it's not yet. But if you get this war with Iran, then there might be more events, and then I might want to be pretty much out of the system, as they say, right? But for now, that's not going to happen, and I think there's money to be made. I want to get in with this real quick too, and I'm hoping not going to make this lengthy. The last time we saw silver drop, a lot of it is over Euro news, because the risk on, risk off, risk on, risk off. That's what's going on right now. It's a little more risk on, because the news is good, and I think people are dumping in there quick. But I think even the guys that really know, they're probably like, I think suckers are getting in there right now. But if you're in there quick and you get out, that's one thing. But I'm not going to mess with that till I see an actual, I think the bottom for silver is here. And I could be wrong, okay? But Eurozone February services primary manufacturers data, right? That looked bad. And they revised the data, it was bad. So that's when silver was It's not a perfect correlation, but that's kind of like what's been going on, right? Um, what happened there on March 5th? Nosediving, right? On the bad news, you know, going on in the Eurozone, and also more worries about what's coming on with the debt swap, right? Now, uh, this is another thing. This is going to happen on Friday. Plus, you're going to have the thing with the what do you call it? The non-farm payroll data. I don't know if that's going to be good or bad, but it's like these are normal news going on, good and bad, good and bad, good and bad. But I think this euro problem is serious enough that it's not going to like fall apart in the short term. I don't think. But well, if it did fall apart in the short term, guess what? Risk assets going to get clobbered beyond belief. Okay, they're going to be catastrophically clobbered. That's no doubt about it. But I think they're going to resolve it, but there's going to be some other stumbling block, and that is why I think this is going to, they'll say it bounces up to the top of the trend channel. I don't know how to draw lines in this damn thing, but I don't really care. I can imagine there's a line and there's a channel going in through here. It's going to bounce off the top of this, and it's going to go down. And, you could say technically that's what happened, but really what happened is why would it go down? I think these events that are coming up with Greece are going to be enough to panic the markets to sell off again. So I don't want to be in it. I don't want to be in it. I'm actually more in double leverage. I'm just in a double leveraged oil and some of the other commodities and stuff, and that's it. I'm not even in silver. This is what really bugs me about the most. Tuesday, March 20th, and when you're looking at things on a daily basis, hey, March 20th, it's like, it's out here, we got like a week and a half to go, right? It's a ways off. It's not next week. It's the next Wednesday or Tuesday, next Tuesday. So, and then, there's the internet rumor with the March 23rd default of Greece on Friday. There's some stuff coming up that I don't really want to get in this junk right now. I don't want to be in it. I don't want to be in it. That's something I don't trust. Something about it I don't trust. And I had this. I don't want to go by a feeling too much, but I think something's going to go on with this thing that's going to drive the metals some more down. And this thing, I'm going to get this article on here. Calm before the PSI storm. Different reports about participation rate in Greek bond swap paint a confusing picture. One time they're saying they only got 46%. Now they're coming out with stories saying they might have the 90% they need. But I don't know. You know what I think? They could be moving the markets up, and I think some things there is some kind of like little games going on. The professional traders are, I think, in coordination with the news stories and all this type of stuff. But the current movable deadline is Thursday for bond swap results and Friday for the approval. You don't 100% know. The unmovable deadline of Greek bond payments is getting too close, and that is actually the March 20th deadline. A credit event hasn't triggered yet, but is certainly on the cards if Greek will indeed exercise the CACs. So I think there's some, there's more going on with this than, behind the scenes where events could actually change what's going to happen with risk assets big time. So, I am out of this for now, and when Mark Farber's saying the downside is still possibly even to 1,500 for gold, if you're talking that, silver's going to go below 30. If there's some kind of event that's going to trigger, gold going down to 1,500 or 1,522 where its bottom was again, guess what's going to happen to silver? It's going to get clobbered. It's going to get clobbered all the way down to here, right? So I'm out of it for now, because what I want to do is I want to actually get in leverage. And if you're picking like this, and if it does have a pullback like this, you know, if you're in leverage, if you get back up to like 35 or whatever the heck it is like that, you're having a hell of a big gain. I don't know if this could be pullback. You know, I heard people talking about pullbacks, 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 and it never came. I know. So if you're listening to me, whatever I got to say, you know. But I think there's enough problems going on with this, and that something's going to pull down silver some more. And, you know, technically, it really hasn't, and it really hasn't broken this downward trend. And you know what this downward trend is from? The euro problems. And they're really not resolved. They just got some good news today, so it's going up. They're really not resolved yet. So, I don't know. That's my decision. The only thing I'm actually in with is some leverage is double leverage oil. And I do expect them to blow up Iran this spring. And yes, I think silver will do better than that, than oil. But, like I said, I don't know. It's going to be some days yet. That's what I'm thinking.